chats, but I don't see the chats from anyone else. Perfect. Anyway, so let's start. Cool. 7:05. Hello, guys. Hello, everyone. This is Ask Me Anything with me and Oleg, and also Rashni. We have our design lead. I'm the CEO of Coinrule, founder, and also Oleg, the COO of Coinrule and founder. And Rashni, she joined us last month to lead all the design activities and user research at Coinrule. That's something that we really value, as the company was always based on design principles. In 1 year, I think we talked. Oops! 1 year we talked with more than 10,000 users, through chats, through researches, through all different means. So now this is a good occasion for everyone interested in the project to ask questions to me or to Oleg. And also we are planning to do this every quarter. So if now you find some technical difficulties to connect, don't worry, we can, we're also going to reschedule this every quarter. So it's a good opportunity for everyone to ask questions. Some updates about how everything is going in terms of product. The product is kind of being expanded, especially we are working now on stocks and other assets. We are looking at exchanges like FTX. We are looking at other exchanges like Deribit for the leverages activities, as well as we are working very hard on the back testing. I know that's something that a lot of you have been asking during the last year. We were building on one way, but we found that the actual consumption on the server side with Amazon was very heavy, so we actually had to then kind of rebuild it to a different architecture. Some of the activities of the rules that you can create on Coinrule, they look like very simple on the front end, but actually the backend is extremely complex. So we have the arbiter, that's our backend, that's how we call it, and he kind of manages all the logics of the 7,000 plus strategies that you can create. Well, that one, it's very, very heavy in terms of crunching data. And at the moment, we are using Node.js as well as Python for the more heavy duty stuff, but we're also including some Go. Now, what we found is that we need to refactor some part of it in order to be able to have very high performance backtesting. So that feature potentially will take another 3 months, even 4 months, because we are refactoring part of the backend. So that's something that we're really looking forward, because we think that's killer feature for the company. Another thing on the product side, on the roadmap, out of my mind, what I'm thinking, like if I'm visualizing the roadmap that we actually communicated also to our investors, is the marketplace. The marketplace, it's the beautiful community kind of point of access where you can copy trading strategies for expert trading, and for that we already add superstar kind of collection of traders that are very expert in their fields, and they're happy to provide their best trades, trading strategy, as well as to resell some of the new ones that we're asking them to build. So we have the first 10 of them, and Ruben, our head of trading, is working on that, managing that community. And then on top of that, we will have also a point system where everyone in the app can showcase their strategies. You can get points for those, and those points can then allow you to buy other strategies from other people, or to access specific features without paying a plan. So it's a point system that will allow you basically to get more features, more capabilities within the app, as well as buying rules from other people. So the marketplace, the way we see it, is not just like the Apple marketplace where you can easily get excited about things, new features, new strategy, but also like a forum where people can chat. So at the moment we are using Telegram. We have over 400 traders on Telegram. They are very active, and they talk about everything they do. At the same time, we want to move this Telegram community probably on Discord or on the marketplace, something integrated. That's because we found that a lot of people are impersonating us founders on Telegram and asking users to do some specific actions like send Bitcoins or anything like that. So basically they are scammers, and on Telegram it's very hard to kind of track these scammers and report, just because you can change your name like whenever you want, and you don't have any phone number connected to username. So it's very easy to give yourself my name or Oleg's name or someone else's name in our team, and pretend to be them, and also copy the image. So we need to run away from Telegram because we got so many people just harassing our users, really. And on that note, I will also say that I think there was, I'm not sure what's the story behind that, because Ruben was taking care of that and I was busy on something else, but I believe someone was also trying to advertise one of our competitors in our community. So that's unacceptable. And we don't know if this person was actually connected with that company or if was an affiliate marketer of that company. But that's to say that on the marketplace, we will try to integrate some other community like Discord or some other good platform for managing and sharing the information. I mean, the community is super valuable. Ruben has done a great job there, replying to questions, sharing strategies that work. I mean, even myself, I built like a strategies 3 days ago. It worked very well because I bought the Alpha coin, and it actually pumped in one day by 30%. So I shared in the community. So it's super valuable, but we need to preserve that, and it's quality content. So we need to go on some other platform. That's a marketplace. And another element of that, and then I'll finish with the product roadmap, and then we will check with Oleg if actually the chat with the question works. Another element of the product roadmap is also indicators. So I know a lot of users have been asking for more like MACD and also Bollinger Band and other advanced indicators. It's in our priority list, yes. We position ourselves as kind of the beginner to intermediate type of trading platform, but we saw that the huge volume come from like big traders, some of them also the professional. Potentially, those are the ones that buy a trader plan, or they buy also the professional plan. It's like $500 a month. So for those, we need to be able to provide advanced features, because these are the ones that actually generate big volume. And so that's something on the list. So the idea is that every month we will try to release one new indicators. So we will have an engineer dedicated just to indicators integration. Cool. And this is just like what's going to happen in the next 3 to 6 months. Then after that, we have a lot more exciting stuff like connecting with stock option platforms. And part of that is also related to our advisors that came on board lately. So we have one magic advisor. He's very cool. He used to be the former chief strategy officer of IG Index. An amazing person. Has seen how to scale up a platform from 100 employees to like thousands of employees, and also how to manage like billions of transactions. So he came with us now as advisor. We meet them every 2 weeks. Is amazing in terms of product strategy, compliance, how to navigate all the regulatory landscape. Then another amazing advisor we got on board that we really pump up the marketing side is Ollie Snoody. He's the former global head of marketing of Twitter. And actually, he's recently he joined Deliveroo as a VP of marketing, and he jumped on the board as advisor. So we also meet him every 2 weeks. He's really pumping a lot the marketing activity, and is working on paid campaigns. So we're gonna scale up on paid campaigns. So I don't know if you know, but basically till now we didn't spend a single penny on marketing, zero spend on marketing. So Cedars was actually the first time, the Cedars campaign, where we actually started spending some budget. So all the 16,000 users that we have on the platform, they're actually organic. And our growth track that we built internally as a proprietary technology actually worked very well, and that brought us here. And the growth track, I don't know if you know, but it's actually generates a lot of good content on Google. So we have thousands of landing pages online, and for some keywords, like if you go on Google and write automated trading Binance or automated trading Coinbase, we actually the first position on the first page of Google. So this few growth track that we have in the company, they worked very well, but that also means that all our traffic is organic. So there is interest about our product. It's a very novel proposition. So people like it, people hate it. So there's a very good, strong community behind it, although it's all organic. And then we need to be able to understand if we do paid campaigns, how those campaigns convert. And that's mostly for our financial prediction, and also for the investors in the next round. Because in the next round, starting from May next year, we are going to plan to do a Series A. for like a fundraise an extra $3 million. So for that one, we need to have very clear how much it costs for us to acquire users, how much these users are going to generate across 1 or 2 years. So the basically CAC versus lifetime values. So in that sense, all is Nudi and also other marketing consultant that you are talking to, they are really helping structuring a good paid campaign on Facebook and Instagram. Okay, that's good. I hope I didn't bore you with all this information, but this is actually what's really the backbone of our project for the next 6 months. Now I would like to see if there is any questions, since this is actually a Ask Me Anything session. And let's see. I mean, I'm not sure I'm able to see Oleg on this here, all the questions in the chat. Are you able to see it? Let me just also connect from the stream from the phone. So maybe.
Yeah, I can read them.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
The first question, Gabriele.
Perfect. Yeah. Better if you read them. Yeah.
Is Coinrule using AI?
That's a good question. So in our.
Is Coinrule using AI or planning to use AI in the future to improve trading success?
Okay. Good, I got questions. So that's a good one. So in our board, we have a professor of machine learning from City University. He's actually helping us understanding first what type of data we have, if our data are clean enough and our data sets can be used. So the idea is to add not artificial intelligence, but machine learning. So with machine learning, we can analyze what our users and our strategies did in the past. But with that, we can make prediction or scenarios for the future. That's called machine learning. And then on top of that, we don't have a plan yet to use artificial intelligence as such, but I'm sure that probably in the long term, that will play also a big role in our prediction machine that will be strictly connected with backtesting. So the way we design the backtesting at the moment, it's very exciting. I'm super excited about that. Basically, there is one place that is basically testing your rules on historical data, and that's one tab, and then you have like scenarios. Now, on the scenario part, machine learning is playing a big part because we give you 3 scenarios, right? Well, according to the data, according with the periodicity of some coins, of seasonality of that, how the coin could perform. And on that prediction tool, I think machine learning and then after artificial intelligence, it will play a role. Although I'm afraid it will not come in 2021, probably it will be something we will touch in 2022. Let's wait now for Oleg to read out another question.
Yeah, we have one more question here. Where do you see the future of crypto in the next few years?
The future of crypto for me was always clear since the beginning. I mean, when I bought probably the first Bitcoin in 2012, I didn't have clear this in mind because I really bought it like as a frivolous moment. I just bought it because it looked like fun. But then it became more clear and clear that all the infrastructure of the blockchain, DLT, all the tokenization and the cryptography that we use for tokens and coins is gonna be embedded in the current financial system. So one thing that me and Oleg always say, that if you think about the Nasdaq or about the high frequency trading exchanges that have been born in the last 20 years, so they always were structured like the old exchanges, right? They never had the typical structure of a digital company. And it's funny enough, they're trading like shares of Apple, Google, like super advanced companies, super technology company, but actually the fundamentals of them, they're still like based on I would say like electronically engineer, not like on digital engineer or informatics. So for them, for example, if you think about the Nasdaq at some point for sure is gonna forget all the infrastructure, the spaghetti code they have now. They're gonna move slowly towards blockchain. They will choose probably a blockchain or multiple blockchain or something like Polkadot or Cosmos, and they will get also some elements of some like faster blockchain like Solana to actually be able to have a 50,000, 100,000 transaction per second, or even more because our frequency traded requires even more transactions. They were going to be taking the concept of the centralized databases to actually have more resilience. They're going to be solving the problem with the proof of stake and consensus, but they're going to bring all this infrastructure that's going to be the backbone of the financial system. So I think in that view, then in that scenario, you will see cryptocurrency become more and more embedded in the current finance, more institutionalized. And it also means that everything will become tokenized. And about that, me and Oleg, we are very, very excited about STOs. So the idea that a token that you buy, it's actually a security. It's actually a piece of shares of a company. If you think that I'm buying like something from a piece of a company nowadays, and I need to go through a lot of paperwork, a lot of uncertainties, and also reselling is a nightmare because you need to find organically, physically in the real world someone that want to buy my shares. That's something crazy, right? Especially if you're talking about like a company that is a digital company, a fintech company, a cryptocurrency company. So when that will be tokenized and will have the name of STOs, then everything will be much easier. I think there will be an explosion of retail investors coming into the market, buying like piece of company and being like a lot of mini Warren Buffett's basically doing their personal finances.
So we have a couple of questions coming in now. Next question is, what's the percentage profitability of the rules on the
What's the percent profitability of the rules on the platform? That's a good question as well, and that connects very well with one article that got published a few months ago about Coinrule. So in that article, we're saying that 67% of the funds on the platform are actually in profit, and that was, I believe, it was in May. So that was this percentage was despite the actual financial crash that happened due to COVID. So that was pretty good. So the average on the industry is much lower than that. So 67% is a very good result. And that happened because a lot of users had conservative strategies with a lot of trailing stop losses. So we have something that's beautiful in Coinrule. It's basically a stop loss across your portfolio if any of your coins fails, basically. So let's say you have 7 coins, you like this project, you cannot just put stop losses that are absolute at specific price for each of them, but you can put a relative percentage-based stop loss across several coins. It means that you can say, if any of my coins falls by 7%, then sell it, right? If any of my coins, so it's a bucket. And that one really helped a lot of users to preserve the funds. Now, so far, that's one of the big metrics we have. I know that we have on Mixpanel also this metric, and I think, Oleg, the last time we checked, it was around 62%. So the people that were in profit from zero to somehow it was also around more like $20,000-$30,000. But I think the big buckets of the users, they're in profit by 1 to 10,000. That's the most the bigger buckets. Is that correct, Oleg?
Yeah, approximately correct.
Cool. Yeah, Oleg is our COO, and he always keeps track of all the data, all the metrics. He's our metrics genius.
Cool. Next question. This is a bit similar to the previous question, but will Coinrule at some point offer machine learning-based trading strategies?
Yes. So the question was like, if Coinrule will at some point offer machine learning-based strategies. The answer is yes, as we were saying. We will offer prediction and scenarios that are connected with the backtesting, and at the same time, out of these scenarios, I will imagine we will have a new set of template strategies. So at the moment, we have over 170 template strategies. The beauty of that is that they're not black boxes, right? You don't put just the money in a bucket and then you come back in a few months and you see what happened. Maybe you get 3% return, maybe you get 30%, maybe you lost. The beauty of that is that when you select one of these strategies, actually you prefill your editing strategy, right? The editing view, so that you can still see what's happening behind this strategy, and you can actually yourself decide how much money or how much percentage you want to play with. So you have the structure, the template, the mechanics of the strategy, but you are still in control of what you're doing because you put your own money. Now, if I think about the machine learning, that could work the same way. So we will give you like a series of prediction, and we can say a prediction in itself can become an indicator in your strategy, right? You can say if my prediction score on this strategy it's higher than 60%, so that bigger discount could be on the positive side of the mark, then do this and that. So you can actually use the machine learning as an indicator as well as an overall strategy, because it plays on different parts. So we are still defining that, because obviously it's far away on the product side, but we are working at the moment on analyzing our data with the, as I said, our advisor Andrea Baronchelli is a professor at the City University, and we are working with him, and soon also with one of his PhDs, to analyze what data we have, and if we start recognizing some patterns and make use of them.
We have two more questions. The next one is, will it be possible to trade US stocks on Coinrule in the future?
Yes, at the moment we are working on integrating FTX. FTX, I believe it has the 20, or I mean, I checked the other day, I think they have at the moment at least the top 20 digital stocks. So it's like the most common one that you will find, like the hottest one: Tesla, Google, Apple, Amazon, and few others, Alibaba, etc., etc., etc. So for those one, there will be the first one available on Coinrule. There will be very soon. I think by January you will have it, by beginning of January. And then you can create a strategy that's beautiful. You can create a strategy with Apple, Bitcoin, Solana, and Tesla, so all together in one place. That's very groundbreaking and very, very interesting. And yeah, this is the first step. Then we are also looking to integrate with the more traditional stock exchanges. We are talking about Trading 212, IG Index, and also Free Trade, and potentially also Robinhood at some point. Even if there is a point here to make, that we in the company, we always, so companies like Robinhood and TradeView, and Free Trade, their business model is basically to always outperform your order, right? So you place an order, they take some time to actually give you execute your order, and in this meantime, there are like a lot of high frequency traders in between that they buy your order somewhere else and actually sell it to you at higher price. And that's something that's happened a lot. Even with the Free Trade, I bought something and it just like I got executed the next day and I end up paying more. So they tell you a price, but actually what they do, they resell your actual order to someone else. So in a way, they are kind of scamming their users. And we don't like that business model. So we will be very careful with which platform we integrate. Also because stocks are more mature market, and there is some type of business as usual processes that we not necessarily like. And yeah, that's something that we really keep in mind. For example, with the HIT BTC, we were very conscious that we were, we didn't like the branding too much. We didn't like some of the policies the company had in place. We had also some bad experiences with them with our personal savings. So we were very doubtful in integrating them. But then we had like so many users asking for it, so we decided to integrate them. But yeah, stocks is coming.
And the next question from Luke: what is Coinrule's exit strategy, and how can investors see a return for their investment?
That's a very good question. So in this question, there are two aspects. The first is if you invested through Seeders, and actually, by the way, guys, the Seeders campaign is going exceptionally well. It's amazing. We are 170% overfunded. It's amazing. So you can still invest because you're going to keep it open for like another 2 weeks. So the link, I think you can find it everywhere. Probably most of the people here, you already invested, but it's, I think it's seeders.com/Coinrule. It's as simple as that, seeders.com/Coinrule, and you can invest there. Now, if you invest through Seeders, the beautiful thing is that they have a secondary market. So already when we close the campaign, that is happening in the next 2 weeks, I think there is like a grace period, but then already in January, you can already start selling our shares on the secondary market. And you can sell it with a 30% premium. So you bought it at a valuation of, I think the company now pre-money is £4 million. When you go there, you can sell it already at 5.2 million already. So you can make a 30% increase within 2 months, basically. So it's pretty good. And I know that there's some people in the secondary market, that's the strategy, just buy coins on the secondary market because they find it interesting. And then what's going to happen in the next fundraise, if we also go on Seeders, and we actually plan to go on Seeders as well with the next fundraise, then we will also what happened, the valuation will double, and so you will be able to exit within 1 year at 2x. That is not bad. This is if you bought the shares on Seedrs. Then if you bought the shares with us privately, so directly joining the fundraise, and our first fundraise last year, that was $250,000, 2019. The current fundraise is going to be around $500,000. Well, if you bought it privately, obviously you will wait for an exit. Now, the exit is behind the corner, basically, in the sense that not that's happening now, but if we have specific metrics, it's very easy for us. It's very natural to get acquired by one of the big exchanges. We had a chat with the M&A of Binance. We wanted them to invest in this round, but what they say is like, look, guys, we only do deals that are like 10, 20 million plus. We don't invest in the company unless we had the lead, just the only lead, and we will much buy the company instead of like doing like an investment. So basically they say like, when you have the right number, just like talk to us, there's high probability we will buy this tool because you are interested in this market. That's with Binance. As a Binance, there are like a lot of different also exchanges. Kraken, for example, they just bought I don't remember how it's called, but the platform for future coins, and then it became Kraken Future. That was 2 years ago. We actually met with the guy. We have a partnership with them, with Kraken Future. And I don't remember what was the name before the acquisition. Anyway, so it's kind of very natural for these exchanges to have a product that's part of their offering, but actually a different product to offer some more advanced features. Integrating these features in their exchange, I'm not sure, because then they start like disrupting their own customers that they actually want to do just manual trading. But yeah, one of our partners will easily buy us. Take some water.
And the next question is, do you plan to tokenize Coinrule?
So the question was if we plan to tokenize Coinrule. Okay, that's a very, very good question. For sure, I mean, we always started the company with the mission of being the point of entry for automation, right? All around the world, for all across assets. That's a big vision. We really want to be the layer on top of all the exchanges. Now, by doing that, what happened? You connect the old world of finance, so stocks, FX, bond, ETFs, with the new world of finance. That actually it's crypto, but it's not really crypto. It's DeFi, right? So for us, crypto is like where we stand. Stocks is the past, DeFi is the future, right? STO, NFTs is the future. Now, in order to stretch, we are stretching a little bit on stocks because with crypto we are talking about billions. When you move to stocks, NFT, classical traditional assets, we are talking about trillions. Now, and then if you move on the right, we're talking about the future. We are looking about like very small numbers, but we are very clearly seeing that the balance now it's like this, right? This is crypto and DeFi, and this is like traditional assets with more slowly move. So for us now, we wrote a white paper. We have 2 versions of the white paper, and we are going to be releasing it soon, next year, for the public to accept comment from the open source community. The idea is to first of all add Coinrule for DeFi. So Coinrule that will have probably 1inch or Uniswap or a DEX on the back end. It will have a liquidity provider that will provide liquidity, as well as a wallet provider or someone that will help us, like MetaMask will help us kind of managing the smart contracts. So it means that on Coinrule you can play with the SEX like centralized exchanges, as well as with DEX, the centralized exchanges, just by toggling a switch. Now, the ideal scenario will be a place where you can have dApps within your rules, right? So let's say that you have Compound, or you have like Celsius, it's centralized but still a dApp. You can say, for example, if Bitcoin crashes, the market is bear market, take my coin, put it in Compound, and take your interest, right? And then when the market picks up again, take my coin out of Compound and start trading with a specific strategy. So having dApps within rules, kind of having meta rules, it's very, very, very powerful. And that's why we also want to move to DeFi. Then the second step would be, after when we are in DeFi, obviously, there are like several benefits that you can have by having your own coin. And those go in the direction of governance, of kind of reduced fee if you trade with our coins, and also they go direction of portability. So one good case is, how do we actually switch from a DeFi product to a centralized crypto product to a stock product? Maybe the solution could be with an abstraction of the coins that could be a Coinrule coin. So on that point, it's something like that is written in our paper. There are like several scenarios, and we will be releasing the white paper in January with the view of so the next fundraise will also be supporting this part of the business.
Just to add, if Dara meant the question whether we are planning to do a security token ourselves, it's something we would consider if the right opportunity comes along. But currently, we don't have the plan to tokenize our own equity.
Yeah, at the moment, the question was like about if we wanted to.
The final question here.
Yeah, no, I just touch base on that. Yeah, we don't want to tokenize at the moment our shares just because we use we use at the moment like a very good platform that's seed legals, and at the moment the current legal system in the UK, it's pretty favorable and simple to use, and also with seeders we didn't find any big like obstacles in actually buying, allow users to buy shares. We're actually preparing for an STO, so having your token as a security. It really requires a lot of investments, like I would say around 100 to 200K just to tokenize and have a proper governance structure in place, especially because we already have investors that invested in a normal manner. And then it will take also around 6 months of work. So I think at the moment, STOs probably, it's not on our roadmap. It may become relevant later when we will find a good partner to do that.
And we have the final question so far, unless anyone has more questions. Which new major features are planned next? And are all new features always announced on the Coinrule blog?
Yes. So as we described at the beginning of the call, and for the ones that just joined, so yeah, we have 3 main features coming on the platform. The one is the backtesting functionalities. That's going to be a tool where you can check how your rulers they performed in different market conditions from the last year, for example, as well as a tool to actually make prediction of what scenarios they can happen. Then the second feature is a marketplace where you have like buying, selling the strategy if they work well, and you have also copy trading functionality, and that's very interesting, and it's coming soon in the next quarter, as well as we are expanding the indicators. So the idea is to have one engineer just dedicated to indicators to deliver one indicator every month, and the last but not least, integration of more exchanges, of which actually the first exchange that will come now in January will be some FTX for the stocks. So on FTX, you can also trade stocks. At the moment, they have like more than 20 stocks. So you will build a strategy now on Coinrule when you can have at some point Bitcoin, Apple, and Google, and you can just play around with 3 of them. Or I think they have like more than 20 stocks. So it will be very interesting to see how is the adoption of that exchange and how that will reflect on Coinrule users. And Oleg, there was also another question. What was it?
No, the last part of the question was, are all new features always announced?
Yes. So all the features are announced on the blog, as well as on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram as well. So we have also sometimes also on LinkedIn. We are now using more and more LinkedIn because we got a lot of people following us on LinkedIn as well. So yeah, basically we have a good social editorial calendar now. We have one person dedicated to that. Nasib is doing growth marketing in our company. So yeah, we will announce the features all around, as well as we are releasing PR press release for each feature, because now we're also working with a PR agency.
We don't have any more questions, but we have a smart piece of advice that we can stream our sessions with Zoom, and that will make life easier.
I agree.
One question that just came in. What is your take on cryptocurrency hedge funds? Has the pandemic changed our business plans?
That's a good question. I mean, I saw that, like, during the pandemic, I mean, a lot of something like everything just like went down, right? Like a little bit, everyone was less bullish, and in a way, I found it that as a good thing, right? So let's put it like this: I went to less crypto meetups, and I met less people that were like building the next hedge funds, and they were very bullish about stuff. So I don't know if these people now they're hiding somewhere in some like forums on Reddit or somewhere like in Discord, but I've seen less of these people around. I mean, these crises are very good because they clean up bad businesses and they clean up people that were just opportunistic. So I would say like the hype and the craze is kind of gone, and now the one that will go through this crisis, even now that it's starting again, I think probably the world in March will be much more different than what it is now and what it was in 2009 19. So yeah, so the hedge funds will still exist, but they will be more probably. They will be also full of people that are invented themselves from other company, other traditional hedge funds, because with the bullish market now, it will attract probably the right people. I mean, we have seen like all the institutionalized money coming in with Square and other big funds buying Bitcoin, so that it's a big validation for the market. So probably a lot of these people finally they will have the gut to jump into the cryptocurrency world, and hedge funds will be finally full of people that were doing stock trading at certain level before.
We don't currently have any more questions.
Perfect. Then
If anyone has questions,
if you have any question, you can always contact us at either info@coinrule.io or Gabriel at coinrule.io or Oleg at coinrule.io. So our email is there. We receive a lot of emails like from all over the world, but we are always there to reply. So that's kind of one of our main points, just like the customer care. We try to try for that, and sometimes we actually have some good comments from our users. So let's give a few more minutes for questions. Oleg, any more questions?
No questions so far.
Perfect.
I'm posting our contact details on the chat.
Perfect. And to get in touch with us, we have the blog on the platform. We have a good Telegram group that probably we are moving to Discord, but you can start signing up on Telegram. Please check out the Seeders campaign. It's seeders.com/coinrule. Also, actually, if you invest, there are some perks. You can get like 3 months, 6 months, 12 months of free Coinrule. And yeah, keep in touch. If you want to reach us, again, Oleg posted in the chat the emails.